Diz and 1130 Entertainment presents Beyond 1130.
Yo, what it do, everybody, man? It's Thursday. It's episode 7, you guys, of Beyond 1130. Welcome, everyone, to the show. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your man, Dre, a.k.a. Dre on Wheels. Appreciate everyone tuning back in, man. We live here on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, X, YouTube, you name it, man. Appreciate everyone tapping in and joining the show tonight, man. It's going to be another great one. We back at it. The crew is back at it. But before we dive into everything, all the goodies and stuff, man, because grown folks is talking, definitely make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, also hit the notification bell, and don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms. All right, man. Now that's out the way. Like I said, you guys, episode 7 of Beyond 1130. We made it all the way here. Next week's episode is the season finale of Beyond 1130. I'm kind of a little sad, man. I've been really enjoying these moments, enjoying these conversations with Harley, with Gator, Brian. Yeah, even Helen was on earlier this season, as well as a couple other folks, man. So it's been real good, real good. Also, just a reminder, the 1130 podcast show will be returning next Wednesday, man, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But let's get to the show, man. For real, bring on my lovely guests that's been joining us this season of Beyond 1130. My wonderful co-host, co-guest, whatever you want to call them, man. They family at this point. Bring on Harley. How's it going? How's it going?
Hey, yeah, I was like, this is my group therapy. I go see my therapist, and then I come hang out, with the fam for group therapy. I love it. I'm really excited to be here.
Hey, that's what's up. I appreciate it. I'm excited that you here, joining us on Beyond 1130 once again as well. Also, you guys that's joining here on this week's episode, it's my guy, my bro. Man, we always chatting it up, man. It's having some fun
Always.
conversations. The host of the Beeline Entertainment LLC, man, Brian B. What's
What's
going
good,
on with you,
y'all?
partner?
Chilling, man. Another week down, man. These weeks are going super fast. Every time I turn around, it's Friday. Friday's paydays for me now, so hey, can't complain.
Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, definitely looking forward to Friday, the weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
I like the new logo. Shout out to you for the new logo.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to do some new stuff, man. TikTok really is what is inspiring me to do some stuff. I'm on TikTok. That might be it for me for a while. TikTok is going to be my life over there.
I love TikTok. I'm actually live right now on TikTok. The people in TikTok, they talk to you. They like you. They engage there in TikTok.
Yeah,
so
man,
I'm going to be in TikTok a lot more.
I know Brian on a mission as well too, trying to get a certain amount of followers to go live, and I had to figure that out the hard way. You got what was it, like 1,000 followers?
Yeah, to go live. Yeah, I definitely want to do it, and because when you go live on TikTok and stuff like that, you can literally certain liberties you got that you don't have in other platforms. Like you can play music, you can do certain things and stuff, shit like that. So I definitely want to do it for wrestling. I definitely want to maybe even watch some shows live, watch stuff like that or whatever, and also just talk some shit, man. Like she said, like all of this stuff is really therapy, man. I'm staying like humble, and I'm in a good mood. I feel good and everything or whatever, but I definitely have been going through some transitions lately. I've been kind of popping it out a little bit on the shows here and there lately, but I've been definitely going through some transitions recently. Just kind of, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just kind of, it's one of them times where it's just like, I don't know if I need to take a break. I don't know if I need to just embrace it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at what's going on, but I'm paying attention. Like, certain things are getting me back to that. Hey, I kind of feel like I want to close my bubble for a little while. I'm getting back there. I'm feeling it. I don't know.
Hey, man. Yeah, this is some form of of therapy, like Harley said, and just as like you said, man, when you do get to that moment and whether it's podcast and a life, whatever, man, just hey, if it's meant for you to step back and take a break, man, just go ahead and do it, you guys. Before we move on real fast, before we move on, she's also been joining us throughout this season of Beyond 1130, you guys. Chanel, today, you guys, is her birthday. So Chanel has been having a wonderful day, and she decided to join us on her birthday. So Chanel, how's it going?
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Yay!
How's it going?
Thank you. Doing
How your day
good,
been?
doing good. You know what I'm saying? It's a leap day. It's a birthday. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I don't get
right.
one there for a year, so it's a celebration. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. I forgot this is the last day of February. I didn't even realize
Yep.
that even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you
Yep.
go.
For a minute, I thought it was March 1st, or I forgot
No.
about the leap.
This year we got an extra day.
Extra
Yeah.
day. Extra
Extra
day.
day. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, you guys, man. Hey, look here once again. Happy birthday, Chanel. Appreciate everyone tapping in and joining us here on episode 7 of Beyond 1130. Man, we got some topics and conversations that we're gonna dive into on this week's episode. First and foremost, we're gonna start it off with our first topic of the evening. Man, we've been sort of talking about this throughout the season and throughout a couple of podcasts. Is women going viral, just trying to be sort of outlandish and over the top with it, with uh dating certain individuals, or saying, yo, I won't go to Cheesecake Factory, I won't go here, or I won't go here, I'm just too good for me. Like, even the conversation we was talking about a couple of weeks ago, shorty asked for some lunch money. He sent the $15. She sent it back, said it wasn't enough, man. So,
Yeah.
like, we're gonna check this video out. We're gonna dive into this conversation.
Y'all see this? Look at me. Y'all see how I look right now? This man that brought me on a date to Shake Shack. Like, of all places. Look at him.
Bro,
You got all the chains and stuff like that on your neck.
Just like that girl, but
She might have been wrong.
Shake Shack is nothing wrong. Then you order the chicken sandwich and stuff. Like, it's nothing wrong with Shake Shack. Shake Shack is a good spot. You tripping, man.
Really? So you could have took me nowhere else better than Shake Shack.
And Shake Shack is a good spot to go to.
I mean, this what you got me.
Any other
That's it.
female would have loved to go to Shake Shack.
You got me 2 sandwiches and a drink.
So what? And it cost me $50 for just this.
This cost you $50.
$50. It cost me $50.
Let me see the receipt.
You ain't got to see the receipt. That's how much it costs. You act like you ungrateful. That's why I don't even like going on dates and stuff like that.
I mean, you be going out spending hundreds of thousands at the club and stuff like that. I don't see why I gotta come to Shake Shack.
But the thing about it is this is lunch. You feel me? You said, let's go out for lunch. Surprise me. And I took you to Shake Shack. And this is how you act.
And that's the best surprise you could have got. Go ahead, start recording. I'm already in there.
I'm gonna show the internet
Yeah,
how
show
ungrateful women is.
Show them.
You feel me?
Show them.
But you want to order, like, you still order like
Show
you want
'em.
to eat. You still about to eat.
I
your
ain't say the
sandwiches.
food was nasty. I just said I wanted
know,
something
but
else.
You wanted to go to what? Where you want to go? Where do you want to go?
I mean, shoot. I mean, right here in the South Side. I mean, all these fancy restaurants over here. We couldn't have got something that at least gave me some
That's
silverware.
dinner. We could have went that for dinner.
Okay, but check this out.
I'm
Check this
here
out, though.
riding
Hold
motorcycle and
on.
everything right
I'm,
now.
I'm about to prove a point, though.
Man,
Pick
look.
up your fork. Pick up your fork. Let me see your fork.
That's how Shake
That's
Shack
a
do
fork.
their forks.
That's a fork.
This is how Shake
Really?
Shack do it.
Okay.
This is how Shake Shack. This is
All right.
finger food. Like,
Okay.
you don't even need a fork. This
Okay.
is bougie. Like,
All
look,
right.
that's bougie.
All right. Well, another video of some shorty going viral, putting the guy on blast, man. Because he took her to Shake Shack. Fortunately, there ain't no Shake Shack in this area though. But I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. I think me and Harley was talking about it a little earlier too, on a couple of situations similar to like this, where women are sort of like uh using these guys, especially on a first date, and
Yeah.
really sort of judging them and telling them, yo, man, you gotta spend a whole $100, you gotta spend the whole bag and take me to a nice luxury restaurant or whatever. And instead we can't just go somewhere like a Shake Shack and just enjoy our time, get to know one another and stuff like that.
I'm convinced these women don't like these men. And I say that
I'm convinced these women don't like themselves.
yeah, they self or these men. And I say that because and don't get me wrong, I've been to some beautiful places where people have spent a lot of money for me to eat. But if I really like you, bro, we could make sandwiches and sit in front of
Thank you.
If I like you,
If I like you,
and if you don't,
that part don't matter.
right. And I feel like if you don't like somebody, I understand the situation being transactional, but like me and B said a few episodes ago, then you have to be real about it being transactional.
Thank you.
I have had transactional dates where more wealthy men have just wanted my time. I have been able to be a lot more picky because I probably didn't care for their time, but I'm probably going to get some money that night. I know for a fact that the restaurant, I'm going to pick a upper scale restaurant so I can have a good meal. And the thing about me is I don't like expensive food. I found that out from just dating a man who had expensive taste. He took me to a place that cost us $300 to eat, and I asked him to stop at Wendy's on the way home. Maybe I'm I don't know, but I like burgers. I just love them.
Right.
I don't know. That's what I want. And so I just feel like a lot of people either have the inflated sense of self, because a lot of these women that are asking to go to these places don't even know what's on these menus, don't even know, and have not even been exposed to that type of food. Your palate is not even ready for that. So I don't understand it. It's like women that want European shoes and you don't know your shoe size. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it makes zero sense to me too. I'm confused, and it actually ticks me off because a date is a date, and especially on a first date, you know, to have the entitlement to think that somebody's supposed to go and trick off all their money on you or whatever. And I don't know you, chick. I don't know you. Like, why would I? Like, this is an investment. You know what I'm saying? So you want me to take my cash and spend all this cash on you? You might not be worth the conversation we're gonna have here. You know, so what you mean? And what the hell wrong with Shake Shack? Shake Shack, I've been to Shake Shack. Shake Shack is fine. You know what I'm saying?
He sprung for the bacon cheese.
Thank you. They got bacon. Like, come on, bro. I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, and the ones like with the Cheesecake Factory, and you know, and one of them was talking about, you know, don't take me to no chain restaurant. And then one of the things on the list was a chain restaurant. Like, you know, like Ruth Chris is a chain restaurant, sis. So I mean, like, I just don't get where the entitlement comes from. And like you said, do you enjoy? Are you interested in the company of the person? Are you interested in how much money he's spending on the meal? Right. My favorite thing about that one is, if you didn't want to go to Shake Shack, why are you sitting at the table and you ordered food? Because I saw that video before. The first thing I thought of, oh, but you ordered. But you sat there and you ordered. So was your intention the whole time once you got there is to put him on blast and try to embarrass him? Or are you really disappointed? Because if you didn't want to go there, when y'all start pulling up the Shake Shack, you should have said something. Right?
Bro,
I don't get it.
I think
I refuse. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm messing with my mic the last couple of days.
Yeah,
I refuse to believe this bullshit any longer. Okay.
I can tell you. Look on your face, Brian.
This the problem. This the problem. See, I'm always like the person who's like, listen, even though we know this shit is fake, this is fake. They sat down.
Gotta be.
They had a blast making this video together. He took his phone. Oh, I'm recording. People don't do that shit, yo. Maybe some people do, but barely. This ain't real life. This is fake.
Maybe.
This is.
It don't make sense.
Yeah. So let's just play the game. All right. Let's say it is real. We've had these conversations before. Let's say I take you out on a date and you hit me with some shit. Like, I'm not really satisfied. Like you said, why would I sit down, order, and then wait to then have the food in front of me and then put my phone on? Look what he did.
Right.
There's no way that even makes sense.
No.
I can see it more like I'm pulling in the parking lot and we sit in the car. Where are we going? We're going to get some burgers and fries. I don't eat this shit.
Right.
I can see that and be believable.
Right.
And then
I've seen a couple of videos like that.
Hold on. Say that again. We over here at Burger Shack right here. What'd you say? I don't need this shit. You better take me somewhere. You better get me a Ruth Chris steak. And then this is what I can see. Most niggas doing. I better what? All right. Hold on. Go in there and just get some napkins. I gotta blow my nose. Okay. And then driving the fuck off.
But that's what happened in the video that I saw. They got to the parking lot. She started bitching and whining. They had a conversation, and then he left her there.
Yeah.
Now, to Brian's point, yeah, you know, it is like TikTok right now, and it's got this thing where they paying a bunch of creatives to come up with crazy content, whether it's real, fake, or whatever. You know, we seen the whole Risa, you know, piece of story where that's like 50 parts. So now she getting, you know, whatever she getting though. But the thing is, though, people are, you know, I think doing it obviously for, you know, clickbait. And you get some women out there who actually are, you know, using or saying, yo, man, look here, I don't want to be taken to a chain restaurant. You better take me to some 5-star shit out here, though.
Exactly.
But I do believe that, you know, with the times we living in and stuff, yes, it is certain people who are just doing it just to go viral, just to have, you know,
Dre,
It gotta be clickbait.
Let me add this on to what you're saying, because just like I just said, I said the same thing. I don't like to just dismiss it. Like when I see a video like this, I'm cool with entertaining it. I'm cool with saying I know this shit is fake. Right. Let's just play with it. Let's say this really did happen. Look at the concept. Right. Exactly. But I think part of the problem is starting to become that it's creating such a false narrative that people who aren't intelligent enough, or people who are just ignorant to it, they don't have the ability to decipher the difference. There's I don't know if you guys seen it, or I'm pretty sure like TikTok has seen it. It's a lot of videos where I don't know if it's like acting class practice or actors practice, or but there's a bunch of videos where there's a lot on a plane, and then there's a lot in like a fake classroom. And you can't like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell that it's like it's fake. Right. They make like realistic content. Like it's like, you know, a person arguing on the phone. Oh, on the plane, or phone, yes. Or like in a classroom, they arguing, and you watch this shit, and there's some people who don't get the game. They're like, oh, this is fake. There's some people watching it like this is real. Oh man, now they're telling everybody. So now you got a whole story circulating on some propaganda. You feel me? Like so that's why I'm saying with this, we can play with it. But if you don't understand, you think this is really what's happening, that's going to affect people who are dating. That's going to affect people who are actually going out and saying, hey, I want to take a girl, but I'm not going to take it. I'm scared to take her. I have to go spend my fucking rent money that I don't have because this has to be, because look how girls are flipping out. So it does affect the culture at the same fucking time. So that's why I choose to, like, you know, play the game as well as speak the facts, because it is affecting shit, man. All this false.
I was just telling my partner earlier. We was watching this podcast, like Real Something Comedy. This guy, kind of a guy, and he does like this joking humor where he's like jokingly mean, and you know, and Gucci loves that type of stuff. He likes people to like be jokingly rude. I don't even like pretend rudeness because it just doesn't sit well with me. And so he's on there, and he's like, Women want the women keep kids from their men, keep their kids from their daddies, and y'all act like y'all really the real parent. We the real parent, and all you do is just hold it in you for a little while, and then as a matter of fact, after you pop it out, give me my baby. And exactly. And when he was talking,
never heard that before.
I was like, every mother that I know almost died having their kids. This is not a fucking funny joke to me. Right. And he was like, well, babe, he knows that. And they say it's funny. I say, yes, you know that because you are intelligent and you have a mother who has talked that to you, and you have people in your life that is talking like that to you, and you have me in your life that won't let you believe that ignorant shit. But if you and I watch this and we allow this to get streams, and we get it the power that it needs to get onto the algorithm of a little boy who is being rebellious against his mother, and he cannot hear what his mother is saying, he thinks that about the woman that he's going to put a baby into, and that's not okay. That's right. I can't even watch it. I can't give it a watch. I can't give it any energy. I can't playfully laugh at the joke. I don't like pretend hatred. Yeah. I don't like pretend hatred. Don't play like that. There are so many ways to be funny, and calling people out their name and disrespecting them is not a good way for me. I feel you.
Yeah. I definitely, I'm not a fan of, like, you know, just similar to that, like, you know, similar to everything we're talking about. I'm slowly, I was just talking about this right before we started. Like, I don't know what it is, man. It's just, you know, on my show this week, we had an episode where we were talking about AI. And we were talking about how, you know, you have these AI videos now. When they started, I remember it was like scribbly and it was weird looking and shit. And then all of a sudden now you got videos that's literally just depicting voices. And there's a couple of AI videos I watch on TikTok that pop on, and it'll be like Joe Rogan or Donald Trump. And you're listening to them talking, they're showing pictures in the background to a person who doesn't understand the situation. Not even somebody who's stupid, literally just somebody who just doesn't understand. Or somebody who just heard it really quickly, and they was like, oh, that's fucking didn't really pay attention. Just that is creating such a false narrative at this point that it's not only creating it, but it's establishing it. So now it's like people aren't just hearing it and not knowing that it's there, but they're hearing it and going by the influence of it. And that's what's dangerous. Just like she was saying about, you know, the you know, playing around with people too much and shit like that. The people who go into the malls and the people who go into Walmart and they fuck around with people. Hey man, that's my cart. Grab your whole fucking cart from you. You fucking with people because you're not showing all that footage when that motherfucker pulled a gun, or you're not showing that footage when that motherfucker said, give my fucking car if I kill you. You showing just the shit that worked. So you're making
That's
people
right.
think that
That's
this
right.
is something that is acceptable that people aren't going to fuck with you with, and then they're going to try it, and then that's why you got news reports like the motherfucker getting shot by the Uber driver when he was picking up his food at the mall. Remember that shit?
Or they're not showing the setup because half the time
the real
there's a
shit.
setup before this happens that somebody says, "Hey, dog, I'm gonna mess with you a little bit."
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So that nothing bad does happen, right? Because you can imagine the stuff that people do in the grocery stores or wherever else that people have been shot for way less. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna tell you right to your fucking face. I'm gonna shoot you. I got my shit right the fuck here. I always got my shit. So you even trying with me.
If you get understanding from me, we don't have an established understanding, I'm gonna just let you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop your ass, especially in the parking lot.
Yeah, and I think two people, and like how you guys are breaking it down for real. I think people are taking the entertainment value or social media a little too far, where it's like they are creating false narratives and making it seem like that is just what it actually is, though. And you know, from the shorty with at the jump, like Brian said, man, look at if I ain't want to go there, look, we 2 minutes away, and I see Shake Shack. I'm like, where the fuck we going? Like, you know, like, but from Shorty look, and because she said, look at me, like, bitch, who are you? But I'm like,
that's the other thing.
I'm like,
who are you? Look at me.
She was dressed for Shake Shack. Let's talk about it.
Thank you. Let's be real.
That's what it looks like. But from the look that she presented, it's like that she. Got this whole, social media mindset where people hype her up, tell her, oh, you look beautiful, you this, and, she creates that, or she get that entitlement from just like, well, I get everything I want, everything, every guy who, I had sort of gave me everything I want. But in real life, that shit don't work like that.
Be sitting across from somebody taking her to Shake Shack. Women who get everything they want get what they want.
Yo, let me say this too real quick. Let me flip the script on y'all real quick. Here's another problem. There's another problem with the shit that we got to deal with now and deciphering the real facts out of the bullshit. What if this was a video? This video could have organically, or like not organically, but originated from somebody who was just trying to be funny on TikTok. So here we go. None of us has done research to my knowledge. I don't think anybody fucking researched this video. We're just watching this and we're establishing it in the context that it was presented to us. What if this girl or this guy, they have a whole TikTok, there's a lot of them dedicated to making comedy videos.
Yes.
So now we've taken something that they made as a comedy out of context because we're taking it as a serious fucking video.
Right.
And now we still have a misinterpretation of the fucking product that they made. That's why I'm saying it's dangerous in this world. That's the whole AI conversation. Yo, we're living. Nobody wants to talk about this shit. Everybody wants to talk about relationships and fucking people. But you really got to understand, we are living in a fucking false reality right now.
Absolutely.
False. Even when you can touch yourself in your home or you can touch the person next to you, that's about as real as it fucking gets. But as soon as you look in any other way, through the screen, through the imagery, whatever you get, through the tape, we're living in that reality, and our perspective is all we have to fucking tie everything together, and that shit is flawed as fuck because perspective is being manipulated by everything that there is fucking around you, yo.
What you see, what you hear,
dangerous.
Yo, listen. I'm sorry, I'm not ranting, but I'm gonna go a little bit. From everything you do, eat, think about.
Come on.
Fantasize.
Yes.
Wanna buy. It's
everything.
Fucking
the songs that play in the grocery store. Even in the inside of the movie theaters, they put the aroma of popcorn and the snacks in the rooms. Maybe you
everything.
You are not hungry. You just are smelling your senses. They understand how to manipulate your senses.
They understand how the brain works, dog. They've been doing tests and research on our brains for a long time. They know exactly how it works.
Out of them cells, and they watching how people react to certain things. Make it rain in that room. Make it thunder in that room. Okay, so now let's do that outside. That is happening right now.
Thank you.
All that shit.
We want to sit up here and talk about the goddamn price of gas. Don't get me wrong, that's outrageous, but we got to understand
that too. But
like that too.
Yeah.
$0, but still. This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, what impact do you feel like the AI will have sort of on the future with this whole misconception of everything that was going on, and you thinking it's actually one thing, but it's not.
Well, this is the biggest thing because we're already experiencing it. We don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
And at that point, once the beginning stages of you don't know what's real and what's not, I mean, from pictures to everything, everything is almost structured in a way where no matter how much you look at, I don't know what percentage it is, we are all home based way more than we've ever been in our fucking life.
That's
Even
right.
the way we're doing this socialization right
Yeah.
now, we are literally
Yeah.
on screens. There are
That's
people on
right.
screens with filters on. There are people on
That's
screens
right.
with complete fucking enhancements.
Dude.
Not even the same
Dude,
person.
did you realize? Because I realized that on my phone,
Bro.
there's a natural filter. Because I looked at it, I was like, I'm looking at that, I'm looking in the mirror. And I'm like, wait.
Crazy.
I know I look young, but not that young,
That's
right?
a false reality right there.
It's
Not
a false
hating on nobody.
reality that when you open up your screen to take your picture of yourself, it's automatically on there. So I have to literally go in and turn my filter off to show what I hope is my natural self, right?
And
Because now I was like, man, y'all would have had me out here perpetrating the fraud.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know,
'cause so many people live their lives on the
And they
internet
live their
now,
life
On
like
the
that.
internet.
so where
That's the point.
they can just be anybody
That's
or
the point.
be anything, and get
That's
away
the
with
point,
it.
Dre.
You know?
I know Harley wants to say something. Just let me just finish this one thing real quick. Because to add on to what I was saying, like you said, Dre, where do you think it's going? The fact is, AI is now developing shit more advanced than humans in a way. I don't know if anybody says any kind of social connected, you want a soul connected, whatever. Everybody, they can't do that. They don't got feelings, but they can perpetrate it.
Yeah.
And they can perpetrate it well enough at this
Well enough
point.
right.
The shit that we have, not the best shit that's out there, just
Right.
what we have.
Yeah, right.
So if you can direct reality, then you can direct people and
That's right.
shit that's in reality. So
Mhm.
there's no known factual anything anymore. It's just what's being given to you to believe.
Right.
That's it, yo. That's the shit with AI.
I
If I show you a movie, I can just fucking say, hey, Dre, what do you like? Oh, I like ninjas and Batman. And I can say, hey, show me some shit with ninjas and Batman. Yo, Dre, look at this movie I made. I just made it for you yesterday, blah, blah, blah. I didn't make that shit. I didn't do nothing like that. I just read your fucking reality.
Yeah.
You don't think they're doing that when they hear you in the room watching ninjas and Batman every fucking day?
Yeah,
They're reading
because they're
your
always
shit.
listening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're gonna give it to you to like. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
The filters are actually personalized.
Yeah, it
like
is.
if you look at, so if you just take the camera of your phone and look at the personal filter and then just pick up somebody else's phone, it's a completely different tint. They each give you a suggestion as to what they want you to look like.
Yeah.
And one of the
And
things
then
he was saying is like the reason why it's gonna kind of shift into that is because we think about, and I keep going back to this movie because people need to rewatch this movie. The movie Stepford Wives was made in 2006 or 8.
Yeah.
This movie is about a town full of men who were tired of having extremely opinionated women, and they turned these women into basically shells of themselves.
Yeah.
Women who would dote on them in ways that they felt like it was impossible for a certain type of woman to dote on them. And it goes back to this idea of, in relationships and person-to-person relationships, whether romantic or platonic, you got to go through some shit. And a lot of people are buying these AI robots and these AI personalities because, first of all, I don't got to go through that shit.
I don't have to go through shit.
I don't gotta go through it.
I get what I want. Yeah. It go back to what Brian said a couple of episodes ago, right? Like if you're giving everything you want all the time and you don't have to go through nothing, then you don't grow, you don't develop, you literally getting nothing.
Listen.
I'm convinced Kanye is an AI. I tell people I think Kanye is the AI cyborg. I've said that for a while, and Kanye West, and everybody who knows me knows that I love Kanye West.
And I love Kanye too.
His music has gotten me through some of the roughest times in my life, so I am never on this man's artistry. I believe his wife is an AI cyborg. I have believed that. I have believed that since they started going public. I believe,
or a clone, or a clone. You don't even know what. See, the thing is, we are structured by in that way. When we talk about things like that, things that are unknown to us,
Right.
We're structured by what we see in cinema. Like that's
Right.
the only way we have, or the only kind of representation that we can compare it to.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you don't really know how it could be. It could be the simplest shit to clone somebody. It could be just genetic understanding.
Not
That's
complicated.
it. You got a hair sample, and you got a fucking a dead body, and you're able to use the tissue and shit like it's fresh enough. It's got stem cells, whatever they take out of you,
whatever they need to put together.
And they put that shit together, and they put that shit in the lab, and all of a sudden you a brand new fucking person with a whole nother mind state, controlling you with a chip in your fucking brain. They already programmed it, and that's what you is.
Right,
bro. It's not complicated. When I was in 6th grade, real quick story. I had this teacher. This motherfucker's name was Mr. Sabatino. Not 6th grade. It was freshman year in high school. Mr. Sabatino, this motherfucker used to smoke cigarettes. Short, little, weird ass, dusty, old white man. All right. Weird looking, like a troll, kind of. He was short, he was stocky, he's like a little stocky. He wore these button-up blue jeans with his rolled-up sleeves, and he used to smoke cigarettes like a motherfucker. He told us a story one day. He was weird, yo. He was really fucking weird. But he told us a story about, kind of like the Matrix, how the way people are going to be able to create themselves after a while. You're going to be able to understand everything that goes into everything that you are, every part of your being. I'm talking about the complexities of your fucking, your memories, your thought process, everything. And you're going to be able to grow in a fucking field. Like they're going to be able to put this shit together and actually grow particles of you or of your essence, whatever they want to call it. And he put it, this was when I was in high school, yo. And he was just talking about it. And the way he was talking about, I can't remember everything because I was in high school. But I remember the concept because I remember listening to him. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But he was putting that shit together. He wasn't just like stating it. He was putting it together, yo.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now we're in the age now where it's like you can actually, we see, like you said, Stepford Wives. I mean, there's been a million movies that depict this stuff. Yo, this shit is flying around here. This shit is walking around here. We don't even know. We don't even know the simplicity of it. We think it's just this hard, crazy shit. They studying animals. They studying everything. There's animals that do the shit now.
Yeah.
Like clone and octopuses and camouflage.
Yeah. Thank you.
I feel like they took this whole, this whole AI and, social media thing to a whole new level. Everyone got their face down and their phones, or they got the AirPods in the ear, or they just, on a different frequency and not realizing what's going on in reality. And I think with everything right now, people are just going to get people just getting lost. I literally forgot what I was about to say.
Absolutely.
But,
nah, you good. It's a lot.
Right? It is a lot. It is a lot. But I'm gonna let Chanel go ahead, and I'm gonna try to remember my thought.
I mean, I think the same thing. I think like they're already lost, right? Which is why the wokeness of those of us who are awake and all that. I know that we overuse the term and all that, but there's a certain bit of intelligence and awareness that we have to recognize when it's bullshit, right? And we don't have control over it, right? So we can't dictate our lives in a way that's like in fear or whatever, right? But we do need to be aware, right? Because I like to be able to look at a AI video and be able to pick the things out and be like, that's not real, right? I don't want to, but that's getting harder.
That's soon coming to an end. That's what I'm about to say, man.
And harder. That's AI just first came out. I used to be like, oh, it don't do hands and feet well, so it's
and once again, that's and just to state this, because this is definitely something that I want people to hear, yo. This is just the shit that we're talking about. This is the real shit. Project Bluebeam and everything else. The real shit. If you really want to go deep and do research and really find out what the fuck has been going on in this country, not just in the world, not just in movies, actual events that have happened. If you want to research fucking what the fuck is what is it called? Project Bluebeam is one of that's definitely one of the most popular ones or whatever. But you also have a lot of other ones. I wish I could remember shit, man. There's a lot of different studies and things that has happened with them just doing research on stuff like that.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Ocean, it's a lot. There's a lot of different ones.
Yeah,
it's just at some point you know, we don't even know now if what we're living in is a simulation. We
We
don't
have
even
no
know.
clue.
We have no idea.
We have
This
no
could
clue.
all be a program fucking simulation, and we're just kind of going through the structure
Yep.
as, you know, as whatever we were supposed to be here to be. But
Mhm.
it is challenging because not knowing the difference between reality and, like Dre said, you walking down, you got your head in your phone. We're almost a cyborg. We just don't got the parts moving us yet.
That's
We're like
it.
the worst kind of cyborg.
And,
We don't even
and
Yeah.
have the fucking
No,
that goes with
durability.
Right.
and I
Can I get
remember a
some
little.
cyborg arms or something like?
Yeah, right. Give me some
Uh,
real shit at least.
Right.
And a little bit what I remember, like, you know, we all got our heads in our phones, and I don't think we pay attention enough to, like I said, the world. And I don't think humans love themselves anymore like they used to. You know,
Mm.
I think, you
Oh
know,
man,
they just, you know, with
deep.
the filters and just,
That's
social
true.
media can do so much. And they're like, fuck this, man, we're gonna create some robots. But I think, it it all starts with, loving yourself, and obviously with the times now, everyone is just, digital, social
Mhm.
media, and
Mhm.
distance from each other. So
Trying to
it's a
be
little
something that
weird.
we're not. Always, if
Yeah.
everybody,
I'm
if
grateful
we're
that
always trying to be something that we're not, then all that stuff gonna stay attractive. It's gonna
and
remain
I'm
attractive
what
to
I'm
us.
grateful for is that OnlyFans just did a sweep like a month or so ago to take the AI pages off. Because let me tell you, the money went down.
I
We're
bet.
not getting money to be a woman with a no, or I'm not gonna do that, or boundaries around what you're gonna do on your adult film pages, because now they got these coders creating AI robots that are willing to do anything, because
Anything.
these identities aren't tied to anything, and these men were making a killing, and I wasn't even mad at them.
Listen,
I
I
was I was about to do some coke
might be in
myself.
the wrong industry over here.
When I got the email, as you know, when you have an active account, you get the email. They're like, we're doing a sweep. Any page that cannot be tracked back to a personal, like a personal
Actual
identification,
person. Okay.
like a social security number, you got to go. And if your social security number does not come back to identifying to the model, then we know that the model was manufactured. Like the whole email breaks down that. I
Oh
get that
wow.
ago, and I've been seeing the difference, and I've been seeing, like, because at first, and I don't even do much of anything other than dance there, but
Right.
top creator, and then out of nowhere, I'm in the bottom 100% of creators. Now I know I fell off because I haven't been posted, but I'm
Right.
like,
But you like that?
right, and then I look up AI
Yeah.
girlfriend, AI, and now they're
Mm-hmm.
gone. I'm grateful that they're gone. Shout out to OnlyFans because I need my little money.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
was saying that about TikTok too. Like, like I said, hey, anybody, if I've never said it on this show, I said it on every other show I ever fucking did. I'm avid on TikTok. I live on TikTok. It's just my shit. I like seeing videos, quick
Yeah.
little videos. I like watching
Me
different
too.
things, from people eating shit to people rapping, wrestling, everything.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
Everything. I like all of it too.
But me and my fiance, like, she's got really big into it. She do a TikTok video for everything she do now. But we go to sleep. Love you, baby, love you. We sit on a big ass king size bed and we sleep on opposite sides. I'm watching my phone, she's watching her phone. So I hear and I pay attention like a lot when she's watching stuff or whatever. And then I started noticing the stuff that she watches. You always hear like the people talking, the girls' voice and stuff like that. And then I started noticing like videos, or I'd see a video that she just watched and I see it on my screen, and then it would say like AI is underneath it, or AI made, or some shit like that, or whatever it says.
Yeah.
And I started thinking like, wait a minute. So does this mean that somebody took this video, like a creator made this video and had AI make the video for them? If that's the case, if that's happening, somebody just has to sit back and say, hey, AI, make me a video of somebody smoking a cigarette, eating pretzels. And then AI made it. There's no kind of context. There's no kind of effort. There's no kind of work that goes into that shit. As a creator, and Dre, I know you can attest for this too, because editing videos and doing all that shit, you know how fucking long it takes, even for simple stuff, if you really care. If you're paying attention to details, if you're trying to do transitions, if you're trying to, I had Adobe, I got fucking 4 systems on my computer right now for editing work and stuff like that, or whatever.
Right.
If you're telling me that I go through all of this work, I make a fucking video, I try to make it good, I try to make sound effects, I try to make it funny, and then I post it and it gets 250 views. And if somebody sits back and posts a fucking video AI created, it gets 40 fucking thousand people liking this shit.
And
fuck
that's why some of those
that?
actors, when that got out, where it was like some of the, in the industry, people was just, the AI was just writing scripts, and you
Bro,
motherfuckers just sit back and just, write a
collecting
script,
a
and it take
check,
them a long time.
collecting a
Yeah,
check.
and they just collecting the checks. Like, no, really, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and I understand what you're saying. Yeah, editing, no, that takes some time,
take
takes
some
patience
time.
too.
Right.
Especially when
Definitely,
you ain't got a little kid, especially when you got a little kid
Right.
running around with you
bro.
too. So like, but yeah, just to have somebody to say, yeah, create this and create that, dog, and they get as much or even more,
More than, yeah.
views or whatever, then you just like, damn, dog,
Mhm.
It's
it just
extremely frustrating, bro. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna even lie,
yeah.
and I'm not. It's
And
not hate.
insulting.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's not hate. But like I said, I've come on here like the last couple of weeks, and I've been having conversation with you guys, like just saying, like, man, listen, I'm just kind of struggling on certain avenues that I'm in
I'm
my
not
life.
feeling. I
There's
feel
some of this
that.
shit I can't get away from anymore because, and I say that, not this conversation is gonna kind of go a little deep.
Go deep.
I say that not like meaning like I want to escape the world or I want to escape things or whatever, but
Mm.
there's a part that you start to notice as you get older. I think some people do. You start to notice you don't have as many options as you think you have. A lot of people like to make it seem like it's so easy to get away. It's so easy to escape. It's not as easy, especially if you're somebody who has kids. Kids is the biggest. I don't give a fuck how married you are. You can get away. You could be out. But if you got kids, even dogs, I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. Dogs easy to take somewhere. But if you got anything that has an attachment to you that relies on you,
Right.
it's hard to break away from that shit. And I think to myself all the time, I'm in different groups. I got people literally who wait for me to do something, make a move. They're excited every week for the shit. And I'm like, damn, at this point, even if I want to take a break, I can't because I got a commitment that I made. I can't even break away as much as I would want to do. I can, but then I got to suffer the effects
But
of
what are the effects of that? Yeah.
the
What are the
people that
consequences?
I'm going to damage because I'm breaking away from that shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking stress on a whole nother level, man, that I never even thought I'd be dealing with in my life. And it's crazy, yo. It's just a crazy world. So, like we said, on top of all that, and then having AI just fucking do shit with no effort, and you over here busting your ass to make legit content. It's just like sometimes you just feel like, listen, I don't even give a fuck anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Why am I working for 4 hours to get? I got 800 views, and I appreciate those 800 views. But then I'm over here. It's like, what the fuck? Like, my competition is 100,000 views for somebody who made a fucking 10-second video of a dog licking an apple.
Right.
Why am I trying so hard? Why am I trying so hard, yo?
Yeah, I
think
know
that
what
was
you're
what I was
talking about.
talking about. I feel like I was talking about that last week. That's where you just fall in love with the artistry. Like, I know that right now the thing is not to love everybody, right? But that's all I know how to do. And like I said, if I never become viral in this world where it's the all the trend to hate on each other and be disrespectful to each other, that's okay. Because the 20 or 30 people that fuck with my videos, that if I like he said, if I take a Friday off and people are like, why we not flexing this Friday? Why you not proud of me? Like, that matters to me. You got to fall in love with the artistry. You
for sure.
And people are not playing fair.
Right.
I want to say one thing too. This social media is also, whether TikTok, Instagram, it is designed to do what it's doing to certain individuals like that. You'll look at a motherfucker and you'll be like, well, damn, all he did was like a couple of backflips and he got 2 million views. It's gone viral, man. Or he was a little boy and he played the piano going well. But on the other hand, you set your ass back for 4 hours, edit this video, put the sound in it nice. Oh man, this shit is beautiful. Nice ass episode. And you're like, well, shit, you got 5 views and they done gone viral.
Right.
So now, social media.
I've been same thing over here.
So social media and TikTok and have your ass sitting there like, damn, am I doing enough, man? I don't think I'm doing it, man. Like,
I talked to my therapist about that because I was like, I feel so inadequate because I feel like I'm putting out good content, I'm reaching the people and all that, and I get like this many views, and this person is here balling and all, and she's like, don't you get yourself caught up in that? She said, you don't have to do a video every day. You ain't got to do a video 5 times a day. When you get to it, you get to it. If you're inconsistent, you're inconsistent. Whoever you reach need to be reached. Like, you just got to be settled in what it is, right? Because I have clients that follow me, and I'll have them, send me a message because they're not allowed to respond You know, especially they can respond, but they can't say that they're my client, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I've had to catch them and like, hey, you can't say that, you know. But I know I'm reaching my people because I've had somebody say, you know, I felt like when I corrected that one person, they was like, girl, I was looking at the TikTok and I felt like we was in session. And I was like, good. Then I reached her. That meant I reached somebody else, right? I forgot that we wasn't in session when I was watching your TikTok, right?
There you go.
You know, and so that's the comments I have to hold on to. That's the stuff that I have to like, you know, build my stuff up with or whatever. Because if I'm reaching it ain't about reaching the masses, it's about reaching the right people at the right time and saying just the right thing, right? Because that's what's important, you know.
Yes.
And what's
You want to go viral one day? Yeah, cool, yes. You know, I ain't gonna say I don't, right? But I have to be okay whether, and I think about that as a speaker too. I don't care if one person shows up, then I'm speaking, right? It don't matter how many show up, is that the right people who need to hear the message shows up.
That's very
true. So you got to stay in that space.
Yeah, you do. And I want to say, when what's for you is what's for you. You know,
Right.
I always had this conversation with many of people, and they just be like, man, man, I just don't feel like shit getting rough. And life is
It
hard
is.
for
Yeah, it's hard.
everybody.
Oh yeah, life
Like,
is
and you
hard.
just gotta pick yourself up and just go about it. But I feel like, man, what's for you is what for you, and I know, man, like at one point, even before I even, got into all of this podcast, and I remember one time specifically too, and I was watching the NFL draft, and I was watching the NFL draft with so much envious in my heart and hatred in a way to these NFL players who was 19, 20 years old, going to the NFL, about to make millions of dollars, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gotta do in my life, dog, to try to at least get the half of this?
Half of
Some of
it.
that. Some of that.
Like some of that, like, and I
Mhm.
think, you just, it's about the mindset, and just,
Yes.
not, necessarily worrying about what others got, and necessarily worry about that's, where you're going, in life. So, but, I always, say that to a couple of people, even my fiance sometimes too. I'd be like, man, just
Mhm.
pick up a camera, record yourself, whether you're cooking, doing whatever, like,
Yeah.
do whatever, so,
Yeah.
but don't
The
let
same thing.
the
You do
motherfucker
it for
on
the
the other
love.
end of that camera make
Yeah.
you feel like you ain't worth shit or
Come
ain't
on,
doing
man.
shit.
Yeah,
You
because
feel me?
it's very easy. It's very
Yes, it
easy
is.
to feel that way. And
Mhm.
like you were saying, it's kind of like what we were all saying earlier. If you don't have the mental capacity to take on that, there's almost no way you can't feel that way. There's almost
Right.
no way that a girl who isn't as pretty as the Instagram girl who's getting all the likes every 5 fucking minutes. When not even with Instagram, but when Facebook, I'm pretty sure it was Facebook, and my boy, he was joking around one day, and he was like, we were talking about, like, dating women and stuff like that. We're just talking, just walking and talking, and we were talking about. It was like, yeah, man, we fucking girls is crazy sometimes, whatever, blah blah. And then he said some shit. It was just trying to be funny. He's like, yeah, it's because they got a million motherfuckers liking their pictures in their bikini on Facebook and shit. And we laughed, and it was funny, but recollecting to that, like every time I think about it, and I'm like, you know what? He was absolutely right. There's a lot of influence that goes into people now, whether it be the pretty girl on Instagram that every time she posts a picture, it could be her in her dirty clothes, scratching, picking a fucking nose, and she's still getting 400,000 people liking her picture. It ain't shit she can do wrong.
Yeah.
But you got other people who are looking at that just like us. All four of us just fucking admit. We all over here like, damn, what the fuck can I get this? What do I gotta do? Yeah, I enjoy talking. I definitely enjoy talking to all the people that I've reached, and I love every one of them. But you do want to be like, damn, man, I know I'm making some good content over this conversation.
Thank you.
More people need to hear this shit.
Exactly.
And then it's not so much that you're just like, obsessed with yourself or selfish.
No.
It's like, nah, man.
You're doing good work.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You're proud of your work,
but
you're
you
proud
were
of
wondering why that's not. It's the way the world is. It's like I'm watching people lives, they just sleeping. I'm
Never
like,
good enough.
they're
You never
watching
feel
them
good
sleep.
enough.
Look, I tell people there's a SpongeBob meme for everything. Y'all remember the SpongeBob meme where the big mermaid dude made like a bunch of fucking hamburgers, and SpongeBob sat there and he made his one little Krabby Patty, and he put his Krabby Patty up under the cheese real good, and he put that bitch in there, and that motherfucker had a tower of a hamburger.
Mhm.
But SpongeBob was so lit about his one
Just
Krabby
one burger.
made the way that he wanted
He
it to
made
be.
it.
And I feel like that one was so delicious. He ended up winning the competition or whatever. But there is a SpongeBob moment for every moment in life.
Everything.
That's how I see my videos and my
I
content.
feel you.
I don't give a damn if me doing my crochet only gets 20 people that love to watch me make hats
That's right.
my live every day. And honestly, it's funny because we say we want certain things, but we don't know if we want those problems. Like
I think about that all the time.
That's real right there.
I think about that all the time.
I don't know if I want to go to Walmart and I can't go to Walmart because
Yes.
I shut Walmart down. Like, think about Beyonce. Beyonce can't just go to Target. She just can't go to Target.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what Harley, one guy told me this when I was having a podcast with him one time. You know, people get these big views and they go viral, on social media, and it's like, some of us, want that, recognition, that cloud, or to get that, sort of success in social media in a way. But it's like, I want to go viral. If I go viral, I want to go viral for the right reason. You
For the
don't
right
allow
reasons.
people to go
Absolutely.
viral for the wrong reason, though.
Exactly.
Not for some bullshit.
Just over
Absolutely.
some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I definitely
it's-
agree with you, bro. Hey, yo, I gotta say this real quick. Who the fuck knew that we was gonna watch a video? Listen to us. This is the mentality. This is what speaks volumes to me, yo.
About
We watched a video. We watched a video about Shake Shack or whatever. I didn't even heard of that shit. About a fake ass video about two couples, and we ended up with a whole conversation about AI and personal reflection and bruh, listen. It's intellectual, man. And it's like, yo,
I love it.
Doing this shit. I've been doing this shit. Dre's been doing this shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody in the room has been online. Most people started doing a lot of fucking podcasting and communicating in 2020. That's when most people started. COVID really opened up the doors. A lot of people didn't have shit to do, couldn't do anything. So they chose to open up and say, hey, I'm gonna express myself in any way I can. It was podcasting. We're doing this shit for 4 years. The journeys that we've been on, the people that we've talked, we've taken pieces. If you've done interviews, if you've done this, if you've been on interviews, we've taken pieces of so many different personality traits, so many different stories, so many different engagements, and we've built. And our intellect is so much stronger because of it.
Because of it, right?
There's people who can't even stand in front of a crowd. There's people who can't put sentences together well enough when the pressure's on, the lights are on, the camera's on. There's fucking actors that I got to go to classes, and we're literally just sitting here without a script. We're just putting shit together fluidly, and it's not even got to be sensible. Like, to make this topic, to speak about that. It's just directed
it's just
in
on the
every
topic
way.
out there. Let's
Anyway.
talk about it.
I love that.
That's fire.
Very.
That's fire.
It's very, very commendable, yo. I mean, and that's why there's certain people that I've decided, like, I'm on this journey and I am being selective. I'm
with you, dog.
Giving my energy to everybody anymore because I know how to fucking talk, yo. And I'm not stupid. I know myself well enough. I know who I'm giving my energy to. That's what it is now for me, yo.
That's really
you guys. I fuck with y'all. Y'all talk. Like I said, you just gotta understand that shit, man.
Yeah.
You gotta respect yourself.
Thank you, Dre, for the space. I really appreciate it.
For real. That's why I was willing to show up on my birthday, dog. I'm going up in there on my birthday.
Yeah, I love this shit, yo. I do this shit more than I do my own shit now. I've done the show the first time last week. I did one of my own episodes that wasn't wrestling. And I come on this show, I look forward to it every week because it is a release and it is good combo.
Yeah.
Y'all are my group therapy. I'm
telling you. I love it here. We love it here.
I appreciate you guys, man. Yes, those are the best conversations, man, too. I think me and Brian was talking about that too the other day. It's just when you could just, come on and just cut the camera, press record, just go for it. And we was talking about Shake Shack and we started talking about something else, man. So hey, that's the beauty of it when You have a good episode, man. Just having flowing well though.
Very
But
good.
we are gonna move on here on Beyond 11:30. We ain't gonna be too long on the last two topics though. Caught in the act though. I want to ask
Oh.
anybody: have anybody ever been caught in the act though? And
Oh
what
yeah.
was your response though? Whoever
Okay,
want to
so
go
I
first.
want to go first because
Okay. Okay.
I gave Dre this topic because, like I said, y'all my group therapy, y'all.
Mm-hmm,
I am a very open woman, but
mm-hmm,
my partner and I, we when we have our alone time, we have our alone time, right?
mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I did not know this man was coming home for lunch, right? And so I'm in here, I'm watching Love Is Blind, and I'm like, you know what? I
Gotta
kind
give
of,
us some time.
I need a little alone time, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Usually I keep the sound down because, like I said, I just never want. I am so open, but certain parts of me, I like to,
Yeah.
the film is nice and loud. I am laying spread eagle on our couch. I look up and he is standing above me.
Ah,
Yes.
Oh my God. I was like, I felt like a teenager in my own home, y'all.
yeah.
I was a lighter hue, baby. I would be as red as my dress.
Mhm.
I was like, oh my God, babe.
For real. Yo, you know what's crazy? You can be in a super relationship where you're open, anything. I don't know. It's still embarrassing.
It
Like
is.
I'll be on. I know for damn sure. Like my girl, I tell her everything. I tell her the porn that I watch, every fucking thing.
Yeah.
I'm always sharing stuff with her. But I won't let her catch me beating my shit. I'll tell you that right now. I will fucking hide and give every excuse on the planet. Everybody got to be out. I used to try to do the shit where I'm over here sleeping. I'm like, oh, you
Like,
fucking playing, man. Sometimes you don't always. You just don't. If I don't know, maybe some people don't. But sometimes you don't always just want to go through it and fucking clean up afterwards. Sometimes you want to bust that nut real quick.
get the release. Yeah.
Listen, bro, I'll turn over in a minute and be over here trying to, and then she move her feet, and I'm like, oh fuck,
Oh.
she's up. I've done that shit a mad times, and I'm like, if she catch me, I know for sure she gonna be like, what are you doing? Like, babe, I'll just beat my shit real quick, just chill. And she'll be just annoyed.
Right.
But I just don't want to go through that. I just want to be alone. Like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. Let me just do my shit.
Yes,
I don't know, man.
indeed.
You always gonna be embarrassed by the shit.
Always.
It's the person
Hey.
that's more like putting on the show. But when you by yourself,
By yourself.
I was locked in. And then I feel like as a woman who likes women and I date a man, when I'm in my alone time, I watch girl stuff.
Right.
So I'm sitting here with this lesbian flick on, my legs all spread eagle, and I look up and you standing above me with the look of shame on your face.
Damn.
Yeah, he in his work uniform because he's
He was
coming
a creep.
on lunch break.
He was whacking off too. He was going to tell you.
He's like, yeah.
That sound like a
Oh God.
that sound like a scene from a porno though. You know,
For real.
just coming home and just like,
Right.
oh,
I'm like, oh
seem
my
like you're having fun there, huh, honey?
Shit.
right. That's what he said. Like he's so open. I was so ashamed.
You was the one, yeah, but he wasn't bothered at all. Yeah.
Hey, and I think that's how it usually is. I mean, to get caught in the act, I know it's been a couple times for me. It's been a couple times that I've been. Fuck, I'm thinking of more like as I'm talking about it. Some real shit. I'm not bullshitting. One time that I can remember, the first time that I really remember getting caught was my mother. I just had this girl's date when I worked at the mall, and she started coming over the house. She'd come over the house to the bust my house, we chill out for a while. And it was in my mom's house. I was still in my mom's house. So she come over, I closed the door in my room, and we just fuck around. We just do shit. We didn't even fuck for a while at first. But after that or whatever, it was one time. I don't know why my mother just messed with me this one day. She was like, no, you need to keep that door open. And I was like, Mom, leave me alone, yo. Like, I literally, like, Mom, leave me alone. Like, I'm chilling. Like, we in here. Whatever. And me and her started kind of getting into it. I closed my door. Me and her started getting into it. And then she came, open this door. And I got this girl, my hand all down her pants and shit.
No.
Of course, she was super mad about it or whatever. And well, she wasn't mad, but she was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
And it was just like, it was so weird that because I thought she just like come and knock, but she just opened the fucking door. And that was the first time.
My
And then
stepdad
Yeah.
got
I
us.
it was
mean,
I was bored
it
of
was one other time. Let me tell you this one other fucking story real quick. All right, listen. I had this job, right? I had this job where when I was in New Jersey, I was working for this guy. One of my first jobs, I used to sell leather coats and furs and shit like that, chinchillas, all of them. That was like one of my first jobs ever. And he had a store. He had a bunch of stores in the mall that I was at, right around the corner from me. That was the first. I worked in all of them stores. And then he moved to like a whole other like location in New Jersey. So he used to like me. So he used to pay for me to take trains, buses, everything. I took fucking 2 buses, a train, everything to go there. But I loved it because it was in a mall and it was fun. So I used to blast music and just fuck with girls. That's all I did. So I had this one chick. She came in to the store and she just kind of passed by. She kept looking at me. I just stand by the thing with the pole in my hand. I stand on the thing or whatever, and I just talked to her. I mean, I just talked to girls, but she kept passing by. She had glasses. She was cute. She was small, and she just kept passing. I don't know, hey, what's up, blah blah. So she came in acting like she was looking at shoes. And this is when I was bold as fuck, yo. So we just talking for a second, and I could tell I'm like, all right, I'm in there. So I just leaned in. And I just kissed her like immediately. I just leaned in and just kissed her. I didn't even ask nothing. She took it. She got into it. So I said, all right, come in the back. Come in the back. I took this girl and had her fucking pants on her ankles and her shirt up above her. And I'm over here just doing all of this shit, fucking with her, like trying to figure out, man, if I pull my shit down, can I get it done fast enough or whatever?
Right.
There was customers all in the front of the store looking at coats and
Damn.
shit like that. And we're in the back by the racks, by the coats and stuff. So I didn't get caught, but I did get caught. All right. I went home. My brother was working with me. My brother worked with me too because he liked him. He used to travel too, but he stopped working there or whatever. So I took his place basically. When I got home, I was like, yo, Greg, just check this shit out, bro. You ain't gonna believe it. I had this girl in the back. I had her fucking pants down. I was kissing on her and stuff like that, feeling her titties. My brother said, wait a minute. Does she have glasses? And I said, yeah, she's short. She had glasses. She's light skinned. She had a little haircut. I said, yeah. This motherfucker took me to the computer. He pulled up an email, and it was this bitch in an email sending him naked pictures with his shirt up and titties out. And I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, yeah.
you
He
in the
was like,
background.
and no, not of me. She had also fucked him in the store,
Oh
and
no!
she sent him pictures and shit.
So she's
Damn,
just
I wish Greg was here to tell this fucking story, man.
That was just her jam.
That was her. Me and my brother both had the same chick. But we didn't know. But it was so fun. I started laughing hard as shit because, like I said, it was something about we were from like, I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey, and when we used to go, it was by Asbury Park. The area that we went to, like it was just like I don't know, we just attracted girl. Like I got so much fucking play at that mall, and it was just because people just like the difference, I guess, or whatever. But it was weird because when he pulled up that girl, I started laughing so fucking hard because she was sitting there with her shirt up, and I'm like, damn, nigga, we got the same shit.
So playing the same girl with us.
I have so many stories from just that mall alone, man. I fucked this girl in front of this buffet in the food court, or right on the outside, right by the entrance doors.
One time.
Hey,
I don't have any great stories like that.
For real, yo. I had fun
one
when I was
story.
younger, man.
I got one story though. I used to hate it though when I was about a teenager because sort of well, I ain't gonna say people teased me about it, but they brought it up so much though. It was so much irritating though. But I was going into I believe it was the 8th grade or 9th grade. I can't remember though. 2005, 2006, and I was seeing this girl, middle school. We was definitely digging each other. We was together for about 2 years or whatever, and so we decided to say, you know what, man, let's fuck this class shit. Let's just go. Let's just get out of here. And of course, we had to catch the elevator. You had to get on the elevator. So we get on the elevator, start doing our thing, kissing and all that, start just getting it on. So the elevator goes from it was 3 floors, top floor, all the classrooms, the main floor, and then the basement. And it's 2-sided. One side opened up to the cafeteria so the people could get to the cafeteria, and the other side you can go to the rest of the classrooms. So it went down and then opened it up to the part where the cafeteria. And then you can hear people in there, the ladies in there, they doing their thing. And I'm like, oh shit, ain't nobody see us. So I was like, oh shit, we almost got caught. Let's hurry up and try to finish this. So the elevator decided it wanted to go on whatever floor it wanted to go on to at that point. And it went on to the main lobby floor. And I'll never forget it because look about it, it was so funny though. Soon as the elevator doors opened, it was one of the teachers' aide who was on the opposite side of the elevator, and a couple of them were students. So when the door opened, though, one of the student was like, "Oh, I'm going to go tell," and he ran his ass so fast to the office and told the principal. And the guy who was opening up
Dang.
the door was just holding. He was like, "What y'all doing? What's going on here?" So I got my ass up, sat in the bathroom, was like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, my teacher, man, he was like, "Mr. Johnson," that was his name, and he's like, "Man, I wasn't gonna tell nothing, but homeboy ran his ass so fast to the office and said
Right.
something, man." Hey, yo, I was like, what the fuck? I was crying so bad because then we in the office. They called my mother, and I don't know how my
Right.
mother is though. She was
Yeah.
like, "What the hell do
What
y'all
you was
do?"
doing?
What the hell, dog? Scared the daylights. I ain't never been
I gotta
scared.
leave
That
work and come
man,
to school because you a
hey
freak.
man, they had to give me like a couple of bottles of water just to calm my ass down. I'm like,
He's like, I'm about to die. I'm about to die today. I'm about to die.
I'm never tired. I know what type of ass whooping this about to be.
Right,
You
Yeah,
know,
right,
I
like,
right,
know that
right.
shit.
man, fuck that. The school bus came. I said, I'm not getting on that one. No, nah.
No,
You know,
thank you.
catching,
Mm-mm.
catching the school bus home, right? I was
That
always
is
like
hilarious.
the
Yo.
first person to get dropped off. And I was like, this day, particularly, they said, "We ain't dropping you off first." Because I was like, "Oh, thank God. We got to take a little ways around the city to drop me off." And as soon as we drop off, my mother standing outside just like this,
He's
ready
ready.
for me. Ready for me. I was like, "Oh, man." And then a couple of hours later, sisters, brothers, everybody called, "Damn, dog, you trying to go in the elevator in school, man?" Like, that will not go away. Every fucking elevator we run into, you want to do it on this elevator?
Yep.
You want to get it up?
They ain't
Like,
never let you live that down ever.
they will never,
No.
never, man. So
Yo,
it's
I
so funny.
love stories like that
Oh my
so
God,
much
It's
because
so
yes.
I
funny.
know that
Yeah.
shit,
I'm
yo.
glad you're
Thinking
still
about
with
it
us,
now.
though. I'm glad you're still with us
Oh,
because
Yes,
Oh, fucking funny, yo.
that I know that I knew
you
yes,
could have
that.
died that day. Yeah.
Yo, I love stories like that, man. 'Cause that shit is that.
yes.
Those are the stories that take you back, and I know
For
exactly what you're
real.
talking about because that's how it be when you get in trouble and somebody when
Mm-hmm.
they make
Man.
fun of you for it, bro. We
Yeah.
need to, yo, we need to do an episode. We should close this shit out. I have so many fucking. I was, yo, when I tell y'all,
I
I
was a little
guarantee you,
motherfucker.
I will close this motherfucker down if I tell y'all some of the shit
Baby,
that
I
I
was a
did
little
when I was
nasty
younger, yo.
Yeah,
fucker.
I was,
I
I
feel like
threw a teacher down the stairs.
yeah.
damn, bro.
I went through, yo, I was fucking
You
bad.
was bad.
The fact that I'm not in jail, like I've been to jail before, but the fact that I'm not like fucking locked up, I
Yeah.
think the thing that saved me from really being in a really fucked up situation, I could really be in a fucked up situation like as an older dude. My parents were good to me, man. They did give me space to let me explore and do shit,
Yourself,
and that
yeah.
some of it was a pro. I sold drugs. I've done all that shit, yo.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the biggest things is they always still kept up with us. My
Okay.
cousins were really held down. I was like the example. I was like, damn, I wish I could be like Brian because he's everywhere. I was the first one with a car. I was the motherfucker who was, oh, I won't do it. Yo, let Brian do that shit.
Brian
I
do
was
it.
that nigga. All right. And I had no problem being that nigga either.
Yeah.
But because of that, man, I'm really grateful. Like, you know, like Harley said, like I know somebody's been watching out for me because I'm really my
Yeah.
life could have
I
been
got-
so much different.
have love from the other side because honestly, I was like you, Brian. That was me. Like every either auntie or a mother friend that I've had have called me fast, and all of their daughters. I ain't gonna say aren't in worse positions than me because I don't like to say worse or best, but I'm just like, bro, y'all spent so much time judging me because I had a more liberal mother. My mother was. This is the pros of what you want to do. This is the cons.
And I think that's how we should be our kids,
If
though.
you're gonna
Like,
do it, go do it. And one thing about Harley, I'm gonna do it.
go do it.
I'm gonna do it. Like you can't tell me that's hot, and I'd be like, cool, bet I don't gotta touch it. That's hot. How hot? Let me put my hand on. Let me see.
Oh shit, that is hot. You're right.
Around.
I'm like, pull my skin up hot or just like warm hot. Like, what is it? I gotta know. And I was my thing about that is I was an honest kid. I would fuck up, and when my mama
tell on yourself.
Rico sweep, yeah, ma, I did it.
Yeah.
Shit. You better than me.
Exactly.
I ain't ratting
Way
myself.
better than-
Fuck that.
Shit, you know, I always used to
You
blame my
gonna
little
find
brother.
out if it's fucking with me.
I was like, what's wrong with my little brother?
She was like, I think she just didn't think I cared about life because I didn't get that many ass whoopings because I would just be like, look, no, I did that. And then just nasty for no
Carolyn,
reason.
what up, Carolyn?
Hey, Carolyn.
Hey,
Like
Carolyn.
nasty for no reason. Like, why are you that small humping on bears? Why? What do you even know about that?
Come on in.
Baby, Lloyd in space and real sex was the heartbeat.
Harley, I just said this shit. Like I just said this shit earlier. HBO After Dark was
After Dark.
life.
No bullshit.
HBO After Dark was like real sex.
Yes.
Taxi Cab Confessions. Listen,
You got
bro.
Disney
Kama
on-
Sutra.
Kama Sutra. I used to tape that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Now my thing for me
Oh,
though
wow.
was BET Uncut, man. Staying up
Yeah.
at 3 o'clock in the
Remember that,
morning.
The
Yep.
tip drill video.
Man, listen.
Did you say the tip drill video?
The tip drill
Tip
video.
drill. Oh man, tip drill took it over to another level when
When I first
tip
saw
drill.
the video, I was like, maybe I'm not like other girls, but baby,
Right.
they showed me the tip drill video. I was like, I'm definitely not
They
like
not like other girls.
We had videos, and we also had wrestling. For me was definitely one of the biggest things where it's just like I was like, you know, I love sexy ass women. You know, it's where I just so you see sexy ass women. I always have been attracted, even when I was little. Like the Pink Ranger was like one of my first loves.
Yeah.
Oh my
I was
god.
so in love with Amy Jo Johnson,
Yes.
yo. And then you know, Topanga and Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah.
Bro, I was in
Super
love. And Hillary from Fresh Prince too. She was another one I was fucking in
Yeah.
love with, yo.
Man.
Yeah.
I was in love with Maya.
Billy from Saved by the Bell.
Trey,
Maya,
you were my
I don't-
fucking
man.
guy, bro.
Maya, it was when she did the Rugrats thing. I don't know.
yeah.
I was like maybe like 7, 8 years old, and I don't know if I had any business of dreaming about Maya coming to my school and meeting Maya, and then waking up the next day and was like, I'm in love with her. Like
I'm telling you.
yeah, bro. That was my girl. Man.
Dre, I
Maya,
can't believe you just said that. I'm telling you right now, the summer of 2003, when the My Love Is Like Whoa video came out,
Yeah.
I had already loved Maya. But
Okay.
I was literally that summer, I was on a fucking hunt to find a girl who looked like I wish
Maya.
me and my brother was getting along right now. I call a motherfucker right now. Like, who the fuck was I chasing in 2023? Maya, fucking dumbass nigga. I love Maya, bro. I was fucking infatuated with that girl.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we bought the CD, everything. I was in that fucking girl's life. I know her birthday. I did a report on her.
Damn, you serious?
I love Maya. Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
We matched right there, Dre. I was like, oh, you said Maya. I was like, holy shit. Most people don't be saying her. That's why I was shocked.
Yeah, most people don't.
Yeah, she's
She's very attractive though.
She's big.
Yeah. Definitely is. Definitely is. All right, you guys, before we wrap it up, last topic real fast though. Dating your friend's ex. What do you guys think on this topic right here? My guy Brian B brought it up earlier when I was chatting with him though. You
I
muted?
would say can't hear you.
Okay. I think he muted right now.
Dating your friend's ex. I know.
Most of my friends and I have different tastes.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think I'm attracted to any of my friends' exes. Like
the thing about me is most of my exes, all the way down to my high school sweetheart who has met my current fiance, are still my friends. So if one of my friends dated one of them, it would be weird because I talk to a lot of these men on their birthdays, on holidays. These men still actively call my mama mama. These men go to my mother's house sometimes more than I do. Like if they are in town and they want to see my mother, they go see them. I've lived a life where I've transitioned out of relationships in such positive ways that I have one or two people that like can't ever talk to me ever again. And I know that some people I will never be able to talk to ever again because I know the amount of grievance that I put on their life. But for the most part, most of my relationships and friendships ended as casual as the conversation we're having today.
That's cool.
I tell people very calm and easy, you know what? I don't think this is serving us. Or
Yeah.
I've had friends where they were pouring more into me than they were I to them, and I would be
Mhm.
like, this is serving you. You are giving me so
Mm.
much, and I'm benefiting from this, but I can tell I'm sucking you dry, and I don't want
Right.
that. And
That's honorable. I wish my people would do that.
I feel like I feel like that's just a gift because I don't even know where that
It
comes
is.
from. I don't even think that's a
It
human being
is.
to be able to do. So I'm grateful for that. But I
Yeah.
say that to say if any of my friends did date my exes, that would make me feel weird because I'm still friends with most of my exes.
Yeah.
Oh
I just
man,
can't. I can't see myself
we
in that.
wouldn't be
Like
friends.
I'm not. Like I said, but most of my exes and all my friends' exes, like we're not usually attracted to the same type of folks and stuff like that. So I couldn't see it for one. But to me, it would just be weird anyway. Because if you my friend and my real friend, then I know all your business and all that. So I already know the faux pas and stuff like that. And I've already decided what I can tolerate and what I can't tolerate. And I already listened to the junk from my friend. All right. And so like I probably wouldn't delve into that water because
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Nah,
already know,
I
dog.
can't.
I was trying
Yeah,
to
I
tell her
can't
to leave
see
you
me.
alone, you know.
Yeah.
So
I can't.
Like, if you gonna fuck somebody I already fucked, we all gotta fuck. And then y'all can have a happy
I
relationship.
feel you. I feel you.
I just
I
feel
can't
like
see me dating. I don't really got too many friends, or the buddies that I have. Man, I can't really see me dating their friends' exes or whatever. Though, I mean, I'm gonna let Brandon ask this question, and then I'm gonna ask a question to close it out real fast. I mean, respond.
Yeah, actually, can y'all hear me? I'm good.
Yeah.
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 All right, yeah, I don't know what happened, but I came up with this question when Dre asked. I was thinking about it. I was actually going to ask just so y'all know. Maybe I want to prepare for. I thought it was a little too personal. First times, first time you got some. I was gonna have that discussion or whatever, but I chose the dating exes. I personally never ever in my life have ever thought about dating somebody's ex. I'm lying my ass off. There was a couple of my boys' girls. I'm not gonna fucking lie. That I wanted to smash, yo. It was a couple of them. I remember there was a couple of times I was sitting in the back, where I was sitting in the other room. I remember one girl, she was getting her head cracked off in the room next to me. I'm over here watching fucking TV like I'm not listening,
Mhm.
but she was getting her head cracked off, and
listening.
I wanted to smash. I ain't gonna even lie,
Mhm.
but I never would do that. Like that's not my character.
Right.
I'm not gonna go jumping, never do that to my boys or anything like that. And I feel like that the highest level of disrespect. But one of the reasons why I thought about this was, like you were saying, Charmel, like one thing, you do know a lot. You do learn a lot from your best friends, relationship and stuff like that. You do see they do tell you like, oh,
They
she
tell
does
you
this.
stuff.
You kind of learn them. And if you are in a weird situation where, man, I'm kind of falling in love with her. Oh, I like the way she does this. I'm not gonna lie and act like I can't see how there can be some really deep connections with somebody who's with somebody that you're close with.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it must be extremely fucking hard to like, I know that's my boy's girl, but when we talk to each other, I just can't help but feel and not for nothing, but what if they right? Like what if it
Yeah.
is maybe she's not supposed to be, maybe me and her really,
Me and
maybe
her supposed-
he's
yeah,
got
it could
my
be.
girl. Ain't
It
that
very
some
well
crazy
be.
shit? Because that's definitely some real
That's some
feelings that
crazy,
can happen.
deep stuff.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because
But
Question is though, can you guys be friends with your ex?
no,
I'm friends with
I don't like being friends
I
with my
can.
exes.
I
I
said,
don't
I'm
like
friends.
can.
Literally, my high school sweetheart, the first person who has ever
Good night,
done
baby.
it to me, and my current fiance had a blunt together because we walked off. We came to my mom's house. Me and Gucci came to my mom's house, and Teddy was there, and he was speaking to my mom. I walked up, hugged him, introduced the fellas. They sat for like 20 minutes and awkwardly talked about how annoying I am. That pissed me off a little bit. I won't lie, but
Okay.
they both had some pretty valid points.
Good point. Okay.
And they were smoking together. And I remember sitting in the little circle, and I was just like, I know that my life is unreal because I am sitting between my very first love
First.
and the
And
man
your
that I'm
current.
sure is going to be my last love. I love this man.
Right.
I feel like this is our lifetime. Like now that I
Right.
found him, you know how you
That's
find that
amazing.
piece and you're like, this is it. Like this is where I belong. I don't care if we're on the edge of the earth. I
Yeah.
have to be up under you. You are my home. Like
That's
this house can physically burn to the ground and he is my home. Like I
That's
have
amazing.
no attachment to physical things. I totaled my car 6 days before my 32nd birthday, and the first thing I thought was I need to call my best friend and tell him that I almost died, and I'm just glad that I'm still here with him because I don't want to do this life without him. So I know that this is like my love, and to sit with him and the first man that I ever dared to love, and they like cohesively exist, it made me realize that like a lot of times people put a lot of unnecessary aggressions onto life. Now I understand if your relationships ended because people were done wrong and hurt. I feel most of our relationships were ended because we recognized that we had outgrown each other. And one thing about me, I'm so quiet that I'm so self-aware. Like when I'm in these spaces, of course I'm going to talk, but if you ever met me in person, you would be like, this is not the person on camera, because I literally say maybe 3 words in a full conversation. But because I'm so self-aware that I can identify when it's over with. And when it's over with, like I said, I have the conversation of like, this is over with. So most of my exes are still either my friends or at least acquaintances. Like they're not my enemies because we've ended the relationship before I could go crazy. Because I know me. I like Brian was talking about, I seek my pleasure and I'm going to pleasure me regardless. And one of the things that I've learned is I would rather pleasure myself without any obligation to any other human life, which is another reason why I think God has never given me biological children, because I will chase the thrill that I want. And I love the fact that I have the option of saying we can break up because I'm going to go chase my thrill. If my thrill is an orgy tonight, I don't want you to feel upset. And I don't want you to feel like, damn, I don't want to be with this girl anymore. That's okay. We can leave. And I never want you to feel no ways. And I'm going to hurt you. I'm not going to let you pick up my phone and see me spread eagle somewhere. Nah, like I'm going to let you know that like I'm about to go because I'm about to get out of my character. And you can stay with me if you want to stay with me, but I'm about to get out of my character. I'm not even in my character, but I want to feed this part of myself. I think it's one of my authors, honestly, that she just have to do. She has a compulsion. And when she shows up, I tell people, you got to leave me because for the next week or so, I'm about to be in some shit. I'm about to do destructive things to my mind, my soul, and I can't. I think that was another thing that made me love Gucci is like he is not afraid of that bitch, and he will. Baby, he will either keep her in the house or he's like, I've disassociated and he has video footage of me like fighting him. And he's like, he's like, you good? My wife will be back in a minute. I've towed up all of the rooms in this house.
Well, you got somebody that's your family.
All the time. I think his
kicking my ass all around my fucking house. I don't care who you are.
I think his praise is because he is so sensitive to my dissociative identity disorder. I've never been sensitive to it. I've always been afraid of it. And so now I can control my alters because I'm in an environment where I don't feel ashamed of it.
That's amazing.
Let me ask you guys something real quick. When we say like, can you be friends with your exes? That can be very vast. Like friends can be, hi, how you doing? No, I'll see you later. Or friends can be, hey, we're going to the movies today. I'll see you later. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no.
I think it's important.
But see, because for me, like I still love everybody I've ever loved. Period. Right, and that's just who I am. Now that don't mean I gotta be bothered with you, but I do love you. I don't operate in that hate energy at all because it wears you down. It steals your energy, right, and all that. And the hardest person. And hardest and easiest at the same time was like my ex because I was intentional about being friendly with them because we still had kids together. And I did not want that to influence how they felt about their father. Right. And so I remained, friendly with them. We talked all the time. I mean, even when we were breaking up, I was mad because I wanted my friend back because we was friends in the beginning. Right. And stuff like that. And so, but over time, because we grew in different directions, right? And, in directions, right? I realized that I could not continue to be his friend because you're supposed to be able to talk to, especially like a best friend, because you're supposed to be able to talk to your best friend about anything, right? And when I started dating my guy now, he would say, you talk to your ex every day. I was like, yeah, we cool, we friends, everything. He like a best friend. I talk to him about anything. Then I was like, except you, I can't talk about you. He said, well, is that your best friend then? And I was like, damn. And so I started questioning, right? So I recognized that some of my talking to him was I was enjoying him chasing me because I had done so much of chasing him in the beginning. And so I had no intentions.
No, fuck with me, yo.
So I had to recognize that in myself Then I
level
stopped
of
talking to him
friendship.
so much because I realized I was doing him wrong because I was really
Yeah.
allowing him to chase me. And I knew I had no intention on being with him or going back with him or nothing like that. That was done. And so I started disconnecting that. We still cool, right? But I realized also the older my children have gotten, because my youngest made 18 on the 20th. And so now I don't have any desire to talk to him whatsoever, right? I realized that connection, I preserved that connection because I wanted my children to be able to have parents who were able to talk and just not have that angst, right? But I
That's
also
important.
have
That's
talked to
definitely
other
important.
ex-boyfriends and stuff like that. But like you said, I wouldn't go to the movies with them. I wouldn't hang out with them. But
No.
it's cool. You could, I
Yeah.
got one old boo from high school that good morning sweetheart me all the time.
Are you single? Are you
You
single
know,
though?
I'm not married, but I'm in a relationship.
That's why you say you're doing long distance, right? You say
Yeah, I'm
you're
doing long
long
distance.
distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Listen,
but I'm also honest because he's fully aware of anybody I talk to. I
don't
am
worry,
straight
fellas.
honest all the time.
Don't
And
worry,
all
fellas.
that.
I'm gonna speak for us, okay?
No.
Listen, guys. I'm ready for y'all.
But
All
I'm
right?
definitely not. I wouldn't go on no date or nothing like that. I wouldn't go hang out and all that because what is the ulterior motive of? I'm always questioning the ulterior motive of that friend. Are you really still trying to just be my friend, or are you trying to get back in?
But
I'm not sure.
there's
So
certain things that you can't know the truth of. That's
yeah,
why I'm a firm believer of I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not jealous. I'm not a jealous guy.
yeah.
I'm not fucking jealous, but I am big on respect.
Yeah.
I am also big on don't make me have to trust you. I should just trust you. I should be
I
able
like that.
to trust you.
I
I've been
like
saying this shit for years. If we're in a relationship and it's built on trust and you want to sell me that bullshit every 5 minutes, you shouldn't be going to the club every single night. You shouldn't be getting secret phone calls where you getting up out the room and going in the room. And then when I say, babe, who calling you that you got to go in fucking room and go? And you say, why are you asking? Don't you trust me? I ain't deal. If you think that that's going to work on a nigga like me, I will kick you out in your drawers. All right.
They got in your drawers.
In your drawers. Because the thing is, people like to fall back on the catchphrases and shit.
Yeah.
You're supposed to trust in them. No. You're not supposed to make somebody have to trust you and then use that as a defense when they're questioning your actions. Get the fuck out of here.
To use that. That's tight.
No, that's serious.
Well, actually, your actions shouldn't make a person even need to have a conversation.
You shouldn't. It shouldn't, especially if you decide to be in a relationship with somebody and you're trying to commit and you're trying to, and you guys are having a stable environment.
Right.
So when it does come to exes, there is a level. If you do have exes for certain reasons, hey, I have kids. There's nothing you can do to argue about that. You guys have to work together. That is something that is just what it is. If you got a man who's being arguing with you, what are you talking to that nigga? I got a fucking baby with him. Like I can see if he's like, why are you going to dinner and all this other extra shit?
Different. Right.
That's different. But if you're just mad because I'm talking about shit with my kids, he got in trouble in school, we got to have a little bit of a longer conversation, then you ain't ready for that relationship. So you got to know your status as well. But if you're somebody who always has to keep people around you, I'm sorry, but I'm questioning you immediately. I'm questioning you. You always have to keep everybody has to have a relationship. You can't cut it off. You can't figure out when, hey, enough is I had one of my exes on when me and Tip was doing shows together. I had one of my exes on and I called it, hey, case of the ex, Maya and shit. And I'm over here talking to her and they're fucking powwowing it on the damn show about how, well, yeah, he's sweet. He did this. He bought me flowers one time. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, bitch, but you ain't do right. So you going now.
All right.
Now. And it's like, it was no hard feelings, but I knew it myself. That is a chapter that I have read past at this point. I don't need to keep going back to it because there is some kind of, I personally believe there is some kind of self-gratification that you're getting if you have to continue to keep the past.
Right. I learned from that situation. I really did. Like I realized that even, in certain situations, and I had talked to my therapist about it, I was like, nobody's chasing me, realizing that I enjoy the chase. I enjoy when somebody's pining after me, right?
Feels good.
It feels very good. But once I recognized it and I was conscious of it, I could no longer do it though, because it wasn't right. Right?
Yeah, it's not right, man.
That don't that would
You don't want to make your partner feel bad because it's like, and I'm not saying like they should be a grown up and all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just, if you're trying to start something, like, how are you going to successfully start something if you're still carrying on the past, yo? Or some real shit.
I felt comfortable with them sitting with each other because literally, like, even though we've been down that road together, Teddy is literally like one of my siblings. Like, when we pulled up to the house, I walked out the car and was like punching him in the chest. Like, we really are like friends. I think my man even sensed the energy. He's like, he even told me when we got in the car, he was like, honestly, as stupid as y'all two were together, if y'all two are fucking, then y'all are just amazing actors, or I'm an idiot, because he's like, there is nothing going on there.
But Harley, I just gotta say this. I won't be me if I don't say this. But you did fuck him though.
I have. He was the first person. No, he was the first person.
Sorry.
I tell people all the time, if I were not in a relationship and I wanted to have sex, I would have sex with him because I know what he's capable of. He was the first, right? But that does not mean that I'm talking to him every day.
No, it doesn't mean that. But it does mean that you did fuck him. That and for me, and I think a lot of men, that's enough. For men, I'm sorry. I mean, it means that I'm sorry. Let me just say this shit. Let me just say this real quick. The thing about it is, if there was a time, even if you fucked him and his dick was small and you were like, man, I hate this nigga. Like, I don't want nothing to do with him. And that happened. There was a time where you were legit ready to commit to this motherfucker in a romantic way or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Even if you found out.
That's the issue between the assumption of women and a woman that I am. I like to have sex because I like my parts touched. So you can't assume that any man that I've had sex with, I've had an emotional connection with. Now, that specific man I did have an emotional connection with. We had sex and we realized that we are better as friends. And we realized that at a very tender age of 20 years old, we decided to become friends. But when we started dating people in these last 10 of my years since we've been 20, and we decided that's one of the first conversations we had. One of the first conversations I had with my partner was, hey, the very first person I've ever had sex with, I was a 16-year-old girl going to prom. We had sex at prom. At 19, we both realized at the same college, like, this ain't it.
And Brian, does that matter? Because again, that's teenage junk.
I was a kid, and so
I think it matters, yo. I would never trust you to go out. Like, if you came to me and still told me that you had sex with a guy, but if you have those boundaries, then it's understandable because we're not really talking about the same thing. We're talking about somebody who you fucked them, and you're like, we're friends. So you got to deal with me kind of talking to them, because then we're at that stage again where no matter how you are or what part of the person you are, you're still making me have to trust you. Oh, so you're telling me everything. You're being honest with me and everything. I can't even like you're mad. I'm telling you everything. But the thing is, every time that there's something done, every time we have an argument, every time the question immediately and not understood is going to happen in my head. Oh, well, I guess, you went to his house when we argued. Oh, you talked to him. It's instantly going to be that I have to fucking trust you now, man.
That's a line that has to have been crossed for those thoughts to happen. Or that's the insecurity of a man that I would never date.
Hey, listen, but it is an understandable insecurity.
Cross that line. First of all, me and this man have been attached by the hip for the last 5 years of our life. So I think he knows that because he's literally spent every year of every day since February 2029 with me. Like we have not been apart at all. And the reason why we haven't been apart is because of the feelings that we have for one another. I create natural boundaries for the friendships that I have, even with females in my life, because most of the people that are friends with me, either we've gone there or we've maybe tried to. Why? Because most of my friends I get drunk with. And when you're drunk, what do? You look at body parts. And if you are a girl that likes all of the things, then you look at all of the body parts. And so most of my friends have been there, but I have created natural boundaries because I understand what you're saying is very real. I would never call my man and be like, it's 2 a.m. I'm at so-and-so. I promise y'all, I be drunk, one eye open. I come back home. And the reason I come back home is exactly what you said, Brian. I never want to make him have to trust me. He should never look up at night at 3 a.m. and I'm not in his bed, because I am an openly sexually fluid woman. And because I know who I am, I never put him in a position to have to trust me, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
And you still, you also have a different kind of situation. So your situation is unique because you're honest and open about how you are in your relationship. Yeah. But if we're talking about just a situation where it's like Charmaine, like Shauna, just to say, or Dre even, like if you're dealing with somebody And I'm not saying my way is right. I'm just saying I think this is a general understanding.
Yeah.
If you're with somebody and they're entertaining somebody else, especially somebody that they previously have already established, I fucked this nigga before. I fucked this chick before, but we still cool. Yeah, she calls me once a week to check up on me and see what. Yeah, she sends me a present for my birthday and shit. If you don't think that there's some kind of feeling from the other person who's with you, knowing that you had an established relationship, saw this person naked, took them out and did maybe some of the same shit that you're doing with them right now. If you don't think there's feelings involved there, you can't even kind of recollect it in any kind of way. I feel like you're being naive. I feel like you're doing what you want to do, and you.
I mean, yeah, because from the other end, I would definitely be like, you know.
Just saying, it's not even like you.
I mean, my dude even asking that question of me, like you talk to him every day.
Yeah,
that was a good.
Is he that fucking important? Yo, I'm dead ass real. Get the fuck out of here. You have to talk to this nigga, and then here we go. Here's the ultimatum. Check this out. I gave it a chance. I don't like it. I don't give a fuck what your excuse is. But that's my friend. I'm not leaving him. Well, check this out. It's either him or fucking me. Who you choosing? Right. You want to choose me not to? Okay, you can't leave him. Fuck it, I'm going because I can't deal with it. I thought I could, but I can't deal with it.
It's my baby.
Right, because for me, I felt like him asking me that question, then it must have bothered him in some way, and so I had to check it for myself, and I was like, I do talk to him every day. Why do I talk to him every day? And so I started breaking that thing down and realizing it. And once I decided I wasn't gonna talk to him every day, this is what I recognized that I did after the fact. Before I decided to stop talking to him, though, because me and my boy wasn't like fully established yet, right?
Yeah.
And so I got on the phone with him and I was like, "Yo, where you see us going?" And he was like, "Where you see us going?" I was like, "I see us ended up in a committed monogamous relationship." And he was like, "I could see that." Then I was comfortable enough to let the other thing go.
That's when you burnt that bridge. That's when you burnt the bridge and said, "Ain't okay, fuck it." But before that,
once
you
I
had
made
that
sure,
opportunity.
Once I made sure that I was solid on this end, then I was cool, and I recognized it was a me issue. It was me wanting to be doted upon, wanted to have that attention. Because if I wasn't sure if new dude was gonna get right and stay in the game, then I still wanted the ex to dote upon me, even though I didn't want him. It wasn't even about me being able to get with him. It was just about him doting on me.
Women like them options. Dudes
they
like
sure do.
Dudes like it too.
Dudes like options though, but women definitely.
Even though I know I didn't want nothing to do with my ex, but I enjoyed him.
Let me say this real quick.
All the time.
Here, I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to be like the voice of motherfucking reason. Like honestly, men and women both do that shit.
Yeah.
The thing that I think
in a relationship know who up next.
I think women like to act like they not doing it. That's the fucking thing. Men, we know we got I've got side chick over here, but when you real and you ready, that's wifey, bro. All right, fuck this bitch. Some still keep them, but that's goofy shit to me. Like if you choose,
that don't make sense. Yeah.
But women, y'all like to act. That's my friend. Oh no, but no one got the emergency dick.
Women love the options though, just in case they need a nigga to buy them lunch or
just pay attention to us. For me, it was just attention.
Sad niggas need to go around. I've had a sad nigga through 3 boyfriends. I had a sad nigga through 3 boyfriends. He never got promoted. That was his job. That was your job.
I believe you, Harley. I firmly believe you.
I had a sad nigga through 3 boyfriends. That was his job. His job was to be there, and his job was very agreeable.
Definitely.
His job was to a lot of them niggas, if they called me, his job was to always be there. And if I jumped off the ledge thinking I was in love with some nigga and that wasn't it, he was the trampoline I was bouncing on when that nigga was down every
Your
time.
Job, nigga.
Shout out to you, baby.
Be careful out there. Don't be the same nigga, okay, y'all?
For real. Hey, that's the point. That's the point because it's cool to establish that. I just like being all cards on the table.
On the table, me too.
Stop playing like you just. Oh no, he's just stop playing with me, bro. But a lot of motherfuckers won't come out and say stop playing with me. They'll live in that bubble because they want to have what they got, or at least what they think they got. And then they bitch about it later when the problems come up because you already had problems because you never made anything fucking correct and established, no boundaries, nothing.
And look at we're we're gonna pick back up onto this
All right,
conversation
good. This is a good
next
one.
week on
Yeah,
the
he picked the wrong one to stop with.
on the season finale episode of the 11 of Beyond 11:30 here on the 11:30 podcast, man. A great show. Once again, happy birthday to Chanel. Thank you for coming through.
Thank
Great
you.
episode with Brian Harley. Anything you guys want to say before we wrap it up and head on out of here?
Great show, man. Great show.
Great,
I really
great
enjoy these
show.
shows every single week. Happy birthday to Sean Mel.
Thank you.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
13
all right,
today, y'all.
man.
13.
13? Damn, we pedophiles. We over here talking all this crazy shit.
That's right. Talking shit.
We talking reckless.
Thank you,
Yo.
as always. We appreciate you so much.
Real.
Anytime. As always, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everyone who's tuning in. Everyone on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, you name it. Thank everyone. Definitely tune in to the 11:30 podcast show that's returning this coming Wednesday, and also the season finale of Beyond 11:30 next Thursday. Here, man. We're gonna continue this conversation. It's always a great vibe chatting with you guys, man. It's like therapy here. So,
Yes.
but for myself, Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, my guy Brian B, Harley, and Chanel. Thank you guys, man. Until next time, yo, man, be safe, man. We out.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.